Hey everybody, it's Mr. Kozlek here, and welcome to another exciting episode of Kitchen Table Magic. This is episode number 2, and today I've got another deck tech for you. This one, in case you guys didn't know, which I'm sure you probably did not, I have an 11-year-old son. His name is Daniel, and he is starting to get interested in playing Magic. So he asked me to build him a red burn deck, which is obviously a great deck for beginners. This one is going to be goblin based mainly. So let's go ahead and get into it. We'll go over the land base, which is just very simple. I believe there are just 20 mountains, and like I said before, you don't necessarily have to use the full art mountains. These are just pretty sexy. But it's just a cheap, easy land base. 20 mountains. You can just use regular basic lands. You don't have to use the full arts. I just like those a lot. And now we're going to get into some creature spells. And to start off, we have a playset of Furnace Scamp, which you may have seen in the other video that I did with the Kiln Fiend. This is just 1 red mana, and whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you may sacrifice it, and if you do, it deals 3 more damage to that player. So we're just going to try to get in real quick with some good damage to the face with that card. The next card is Goblin Fireslinger. 1 red mana for a 1/1, and you tap it and it deals 1 damage to target player. So again, we're just trying to deal straight direct damage, try to get the game over with as quickly as possible. Next we have Raging Goblin. It is a 1 mana for a 1/1 with haste. So as soon as you bring it out, it can swing in for some damage. So we're running 3 of those because I couldn't find a 4th one. Should be 4 in there because it's a great card. This is one of the key cards. This is a Goblin Arsonist for 1 red mana. It's a 1/1. Whenever it dies, you may have it deal 1 damage to target creature or player. So we're running a playset of those. And then we also have a playset, I believe, of Goblin War Driver for 2 red mana. It's a 2/2 with Battle Cry. Battle Cry is whenever this creature attacks, each other attacking creature gets +1/+0 until end of turn. So we are running a playset of those as well. So that's all the creatures. Basically, they're just all little guys, all real low casting costs, which is great because by turn 3 or 4, you should be getting in for some significant damage, if not, winning the game outright by that time. Now we've got some burn spells. We've got for 1 red mana, it's a sorcery, it's Forked Bolt. It deals 2 damage divided as you choose among 1 or 2 target creatures or players. So we are running 3 of those. We've got 4 of the classic Lightning Bolt. 1 red mana, 3 damage to target creature or player. It's an instant. We are running 4 of those. And then for the most important burn spell in the deck, it's a sorcery, 1 red mana Goblin Grenade. As an additional cost to cast Goblin Grenade, you need to sacrifice a goblin, but it deals 5 damage to target creature or player. So what it goes really well with is the Goblin Arsonist. If I can grab a hold of one of them here, I will show you what I'm talking about. This is the one that whenever it dies, you may deal 1 damage to target creature or player. So you're sacrificing this for the Goblin Grenade, so that's automatically going to deal 1 damage. And you can do this after combat too. So you can swing in for it for 1 if they can't block it. Then you can cast the Goblin Grenade, sacrifice it for 1 damage to their face or to a creature if they have a creature threat, and then the Goblin Grenade itself will deal 5 damage to target creature or player. So that's a pretty significant amount of damage that we're trying to deal there. The next card is Incinerate, which is basically a lightning bolt. The one thing that makes this a little bit better than a lightning bolt is that it deals 3 damage to target creature or player, but if a creature is dealt damage this turn, if it's destroyed by Incinerate this turn, it cannot be regenerated, so you can't regenerate your Cudgel Troll. If you're trying to hit a Cudgel Troll and kill it, it can't be regenerated, even though the Cudgel Troll itself says it can be regenerated. It won't be able to. The downside is that this costs 1 more, so it's 1 generic and 1 red. So we are running a playset of those as well. One of the better burn spells, in my opinion, is Searing Blaze in a mono red deck. It's fantastic. It costs 2 red mana. It's an instant, and it deals 1 damage to target creature. I'm sorry, 1 damage to target player, and 1 damage to target creature that player controls. But it also has a landfall trigger. The landfall is if you had a land enter the battlefield under your control this turn, then it deals 3 damage to that creature and 3 damage to that player instead. So we are running a play set of those. And then for late game, if we haven't gotten there quite in time, we've got 2 fireballs. I'm pretty sure you guys know what fireball is, but it's for 1 red and X, and it deals X damage divided evenly among any number. Evenly rounded down among any number of target creatures and/or players. It costs 1 more to cast for each target beyond the first, but we're not really gonna worry about going beyond the first target. Our first target is going to be our only target, and it's going to be your face. So that's that deck. Obviously, it's a quick little burn deck. You're only going to want to play it maybe one-on-one. It could potentially take on a couple of players if you wanted to try it. Typically, if you do play more than just one versus one, you're going to want to probably play a different deck than this. And I promise in future episodes, I will show you decks that will go on against better, bigger games against more players. You'll be able to draw the game out a little longer, like such as blue-white control, something like that along those lines, where you can be in control of the game, no matter how many players there are in the game. But for right now, this is my son Daniel's deck, and we haven't really tested it out yet. He's only 11 years old, but he's got a few more important things that he's worried about rather than magic. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Feel free to hit the like button and go ahead and comment. And if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe to me. You don't necessarily have to, but it's always helpful. But definitely comment whether you like this deck, whether you think, if you have questions, comments, concerns. Feel free to throw them down there, and I definitely will answer you guys. I love talking to you guys in the comment section. So obviously, if you guys want to see more great Magic content, definitely be sure to check out MTG Headquarters, Mr. Lubafu, Josh Oros, Lengthy Zimmet, Milo the Great One, and all the other great Magic the Gathering channels out there. There's a lot of people out there trying to do some great things, and I really like it, and I think it's awesome. So obviously, if you guys like it, go ahead and hit the old thumbs up button. And until next time, this is Mr. Kozlik saying, hey, the kitchen table, it's not just for dinner anymore.